and welcome back. I hope everybody is doing okay out there today. So today I am making and trying some DIY brow pomades. Now, I bet a lot of you have been in this situation where you run out of your eyebrow product and you have to resort to using
random eyeshadow.
Now, that gives your eyebrows this weird, dusty look that is not necessarily the most ideal for your everyday look. So today I really want to find a good alternate if you run out of your brow products. The first one we're going to be trying has some hair gel, and the other one is beeswax. So I'm actually really interested to see what works better on your brow, gel or wax. So let's get into you guys and see what we can cook up today. All right, you guys, so here is the first one. This one's gonna be a little bit lighter color. For the other one, I did put in kind of a darker brown at the end there just to give it more pigment, just because everything I've ever done with beeswax, the pigment read-off is not usually very potent, so.
I just went balls to the wall for that one.
This one is just a nice medium brown kind of color, so let's test it out on, let's do this eyebrow first. So I'm just gonna zoom you guys in.
To my eyebrows.
That seems like pretty good. I just have a clean eyebrow brush here, and we're gonna try it. Okay.
Scrape off a little excess.
Okay. So far, not bad. Okay. This one, what I do notice is some brow pomades don't actually like stick the hair down. This one definitely does because this one is made with
a gel, so.
It should be doing that.
It's a little bit patchy, but it's not that bad. Still better than using eyeshadow. I've only dunked this into my pomade one time, and it goes a long way, it looks like. Oh, sorry. Dipping in for a little bit more. See, I did put product right here, but it's like showing my skin there, so it kind of like, it will go on, but if you go over it again, it will come off.
So I don't really know how to feel about that.
Just put some more on there. So that's kind of a downside. Very, very sheer of a coverage. Just going to brush it. That usually helps. Kind of helps. Not bad. That's not too bad. It added a little bit of like darkness to my eyebrow, but I like when it covers like the holes in my eyebrow, and this doesn't really seem to want to do that as much.
Your point is an elephant.
It's actually not bad. Like the more I'm using it, the more it's actually like pretty okay. Like especially for beginners and doing eyebrows, I suggest you start with a lighter color or something more sheer because you don't want to look like
box brows.
Okay, so the one thing I do like about this is it actually like forces your hairs to go where you actually want them. It's actually not bad. Just get some more on my brush there. Just like a big old clump, and then attempting to, okay. So if you put like a lot on, it will kind of build a little bit, but it seems to want to go back to sheer. I actually kind of like it though, it's not bad.
Okay.
That just one part is really bothering me because I have kind of like patchy eyebrows in some places and I really don't like the skin coming through if I'm...
Went through the effort of penciling them in.
I'm gonna walk around with 2 different color eyebrows today, but like whatever.
So the first one is just hair.
Hair gel
Eyeshadow.
and castor oil.
I was having my doubts while doing it, but that is a good looking eyebrow.
Okay, that looks so good. Doesn't that look so good, you guys?
Let's try the second one. So this one is like hard. This one is like a solid pomade kind of thing. This actually feels like the one I have right now, and it's
I think it's an elf pomade.
okay, so I'm attempting to get some. It is solid, so I'm gonna have to like kind of run over it a few times. So I actually have quite a bit there on my brush. Okay, so let's start. Oh,
I need my mirror.
I'm going to brush that eyebrow a bit, make it look a little bit more presentable.
I like trying to do it like this.
That's not gonna get me very far.
So the second one, what I'm noticing right off the bat, it's really chunky. The first one was very smooth. It was just like brown gel. Okay. So far, it looks like the pigment's having trouble coming through. Anything that I've used with beeswax seems to struggle with pigment payoff. Wow, I actually wasn't expecting this one to be this sheer. This is sheerer than the other stuff. That's really weird. Honestly, I've been doing so much stuff with beeswax, and everything I've done with beeswax, it doesn't really read well at all with pigment. Like, I've tried to do double the pigment or even more in a lot of recipes, but like online with a lot of DIY stuff.
All of them use it.
Okay, well, we'll just continue. Barely any pigment payoff. It's, like I said, more sheer than the other one. Like this pigment was darker. The wax, I can tell you, is really fun for shaping eyebrows though.
I think beeswax is my new enemy.
But I don't know, it's not that easy to work with. It's kind of clumpy. It doesn't give me like a nice, like crisp edge around the edges and stuff like this one does. This one's a little bit patchy, but like this one just looks like I used
Eyeshadow.
and that was the whole point, to avoid doing that. Like I have to put actual chunks on there for the pigment to even like come off. I put quite a lot in this eyebrow. And the one thing I'm actually really worried about is if you use this and it has wax in it, it can end up clogging your pores and you can lose hair in your eyebrow. Like obviously just normal hair wax isn't good for your eyebrows either. These are both just alternates, but if you're gonna go through the trouble of melting beeswax and buying beeswax just to make this, the amount you're putting in is gonna be like not healthy for your eyebrows. Obviously normal pomade isn't that healthy either, but like the amount is so much more for this. Got some more on there. Now I'm gonna try and fill in right here. You see this part? Try and do like a straight line. Oh, did it work? Kinda. I feel like you have to put a lot in here for it actually to like do something. But once you get it there, it turns out okay. I really like the wax in the eyebrow thing though. The gel hardens, which I prefer. All right, you guys, so here's both of them done. This is the first one here that was made with the gel, and this one here is the beeswax. So I'll let you guys take a close look at them. So they perform pretty similar, but now I'm gonna go into with you guys what I liked and what I didn't like about both. Okay, you guys, so we're at the final thoughts. Now, usually when I've been doing DIY, it ends up in a pretty big fail, and I usually don't get either of them to be good. But today, these both were actually like pretty good. Now, what I wanna say, the first one here, you guys know I struggle with which side is which in the camera, just give me a second. Okay, so this side here, this is the first one. I actually don't hate at all. Like I could do my like the little
Fade at the beginning and
Do like darker at the end.
and it went on very smooth, wasn't chunky at all. And once it dried, your eyebrows have stuck like that, which is amazing. I hate when your eyebrows get like fluffy throughout the day, or you like scratch your face or something and they just kind of like have like a
Weird vibe about
them afterwards.
But yeah, definitely this first one I didn't hate at all. It was pretty freaking sheer, but you don't necessarily need too much. If this is kind of just an alternate you're doing when you're out of your regular pomade, it's actually really nice. It's like the perfect color for me. Maybe I should use this instead. Like I actually really do like it. Like it actually looks really good on camera. It's a little bit patchy if you get like too close, but it still looks pretty good. I have done way worse eyebrows than that. Now, the second one here, I actually don't hate either, which is very rare for this channel. Now, the one thing I can say about this I really didn't like, it was super, super chunky and the pigment read-off took forever to build up. Now, anytime I've ever used beeswax on this channel, you guys have seen it if you watch my other videos, it is impossible to get a very, very dark color or pretty much any good read of color when you use beeswax as a base. That being said, for beeswax, this actually worked pretty good. It's definitely more patchy than the other one, and it wasn't easy to kind of get like a nice straight line and a nice crisp line, which is what I really, really like about eyebrows. Just make them look nice and sleek, which is what most people want. You don't want a janky looking eyebrow. So what I did like about it though is that wax in there was actually really fun to use on my eyebrows. I've never used a wax on my eyebrows before, and it actually kind of like held them down. It wasn't dry, doesn't dry in place, which I don't like. It did go on really, really sheer, and it took a really long time to build up color, which I didn't really like. But overall, if this is just an alternate for you and something you need right away, it actually looks pretty good. Neither of them are completely terrible. Like I could probably go outside looking like this. Like they're totally fine. If I had to choose between both of these, I would just use the eyeshadow and hair gel. Super easy to apply. It is a little bit sheer, but it dries on there, and it's easier to get a nice crisp line, which is usually what everyone's looking for in a nice eyebrow. And I'm so happy that I can bring another DIY thing to you guys that actually works and looks pretty damn good.
First step is just a little bit of hair gel, then some matte eyeshadow, then break up your eyeshadow into a fine powder. I started with this much, then just mix everything together and make sure it's all well integrated. If it's too dry, just add some more hair gel. And then once again, just mix everything together well. And when you're finished, it should resemble something like some chocolate pudding. First step is to get 1 teaspoon of beeswax and then put it in the microwave and melt it for I melted mine at 30-second intervals at a time. Now it's time to add your jojoba oil or your argan oil and just 1 teaspoon of that. The next step is to break up some more of a matte brown eyeshadow into a fine powder. Then just mix everything you just put in there all together. Continue to add pigment until it is the right color and opaqueness that you are looking for. Now it's time just to mix everything together. This one's going to take a little bit longer to mix just because that beeswax is just so thick. And when you're finished, it should look something like that.
But thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really hope you guys enjoyed this and have a really good alternate for your brow pomade, your brow pencil, or whatever you use on those brows. So don't forget to like and subscribe, you guys. I hope you guys have a really good rest of your day, and I will see you guys next time.